BC gang, welcome back to the channel. So listen, bro, you know I've been on the Hunter x Hunter lately. If you know, you know. And also you guys been asking me to play this deck right here, which is the Guardian Chimera. I really wanted to try this deck once again due to the fact that this card is out, and I really like this card. I'm a fan of cards that aren't super busted but have really interesting cool effects, and I think this is one of the coolest cards that we've gotten in the last pack for real. And it's mainly because if you have her on the field, you could activate her. Well, your opponent is going to have to set a spell or trap in the back row before they activate it. But the good thing is that once a spell or trap is set in the back, you could activate her effect to get rid of a monster or another card that you have on the field, destroy that, and destroy the back row that they just said. So basically your opponent is gonna go -1. You are also gonna go -1, but you probably don't mind it. It's really good against Tenpai. They have to set the fuel spell in order to activate it. They have to set the Kaiman in order to activate it. They have to set that droplet. Now the only downside to this is the fact that your opponent can definitely just bluff, set another spell or whatever, because you don't know what the heck it is, which makes the card fair. You might just pop an infinite, or you might just pop like a evenly match. Somebody did that to me, said an evenly match that they were gonna use. I popped it. I was like, well, that's a chance you had to take. So with that being said, I'm gonna run this deck list. It's a 44 card deck list. Some of you might agree with what I'm doing here, some of you might not, and I don't blame you for it, but this is the way I was playing the deck. I'm gonna give you a reference deck list after I go over this deck list, so stay tuned for that. So with that being said, we're gonna run 3 Maxi for Maxi reasons. Doesn't need to be explained. We're gonna run 3 Ash Blossom because this deck doesn't like Maxi. It plays pretty well on the Maxi though. You could always end up with the targeting protection and the monster negate. If you get hit with Maxi, of course it's gonna depend on what type of hand that you have, because you're gonna have to make the Chimera, this one, the King Phantom, right? So if you can make this thing under what 1 to 2 summons, you might be all right. It depends on what they play. Most of the time you might get cooked regardless, but it's still a good play, right? So then we're gonna play 1 Master Tao, the Chanter. I really like this card. It's basically a freaking what is that, summoning reborn or whatever it's called. It's gonna special summon one of your illusion monsters from the graveyard if it's sent to the graveyard. It doesn't matter how it's sent. It's really funny because you could activate the super poly, send it to the graveyard, and it's gonna activate. You could use it as link or fusion material, it's gonna activate, or you could send it straight off from the deck to the graveyard and it's gonna activate. Really cool card. Then we're gonna run 2 copies of the Edge in Chain, because you know we're running that Frightful Patchwork combo, because you know having the super polymerization is really nice. You're playing Guardian Chimera, which super polymerization gives protection to, so we're gonna run 2 copies of it. Then we're gonna run 3 copies of the Gazelle, even though this thing is clearly a freaking lion, but I don't make up the names, Konami though. So we're gonna run 3 copies of that thing. Most of the time if you open up with it, you could use it as material. Sometimes you might just have to normal summon it, activate and search for the spell in order to fusion summon and do your plays from there. We're gonna run 3 copies of the Cornfield Kodo. Really good card. It's basically used to be the main card combo, right? Activate it, send it to the graveyard to search the Mirror Knight, but now we have another basically starter, which we're gonna get to in a second. So also, you know, the targeting protection, the gate and pop is really nice. Came in clutch with one of the duels that you're gonna see. We're also gonna run 3 Mirror Sword Knights for this deck. Amazing. Honestly, it's basically a part of your combo. You're going to activate the Kodo, search this thing out, normal summon it, send it to the graveyard, search out the Befferman. You're going to do your combo from there. Also, it's a monster negate as long as you have the Mystical Beast on the field, which is really nice. And there it is, one of the cards that I haven't tried since it came out, but I'm trying it now. I really like this. I actually had to craft 1 copy for this deck, and it's really cool. I like this deck because it gives this deck a more of a bait, if that makes sense, because your opponent is going to try and Ash or Infinite Impermanence this, but if you already have the Kodo in the hand, that it doesn't even matter, right? So it's a really good card. I really like it. It's an illusion monster. It's a level 6, which allows you to go into Chaos Angel shenanigans with your level 4s, which is really nice, which is mainly your Mirror Sword Knight, of course. Then we're going to run the shorty right here, the one that I'm most excited about, the Diabel, the Original Seeker. I already explained what she does. She's really cool, and the funny thing is that because she's an illusion monster, you can send her to the graveyard. You can revive her from the graveyard, which is really nice. So we only play 1 copy of her. We're gonna play the 2 Polymerization because we're playing the Frightful Patchwork. We're gonna run 2 Triple Tactic Talent, 3 Super Polymerizations, 2 Call by the Graves, 3 Chimera Fusions, 3 Evenly Matches. Now listen, bro. This deck is ass going second. Now, Super Poly does help, but Super Poly sometimes helps more than it does hinder your opponent, depending on what type of deck they're playing. It's honestly, we know how busted it is, but I need more options for going second, bro, because when I was going second, I was getting clapped left and right. Evenly match started helping a little bit. Also, the reason why you don't mind playing is because if you're gonna be playing the apprentice anyways, if you have a copy in the hand going first, just send it to the graveyard. If you have a super poly, send it to the graveyard from the hand. You don't even mind having it, because again, it's just discard fodder if you need to, right? So that's why we're gonna play 3 copies of that. You could definitely play 2. At some point in time, I was doing this 42, and then I had 2 effect veilers, which you're gonna see in some of the replays as well. So if you want to do that, do that. You know, if not, then just get rid of it. You play 40, you're gonna be all right. It's gonna be cool. So for the rest of them, we're only gonna play 2 infinite impermanents, because I didn't want to play the deck more than 44 cards, so I chose to play it like this. And then we're gonna play 1 Sinful Spoils of Slumber. Really cool thing is, if you activate the apprentice, you send this to the graveyard once you get her on the field, or any one of them on the field. If you have a level 5 or higher illusion monster, which almost all of them are, you get to set this thing in the bag. And this trap alone helped me clap Tenpai one time for the one time. You're gonna see it in one of the replays, so I suggest playing it. Then we're gonna play 1 Angel Statue Assure, because I am playing the rabbit, but even drawing into this thing is cool. So I really like this trap. I really do. So then we're gonna run 1 copy of the Mud Dragon, because super poly targets, as well as the Garura. We're gonna run the Chimera, the King of Phantoms. Only 1 copy. You could play it at 2 if you like, but I like the way I built the deck. You can get rid of the sheep. The sheep is just here because if I'm going to fusion summon, I would like to bring any one of these back on the field. More illusion monsters in order to OTK easier with our main boss monster, which we're going to get to in a second. We're also going to play 2 copies of the Baphomet. I would not play this deck without at least 2 copies of this. You can play it at 3 if you want, but don't play it at 1. Play it at 2 minimum. I really like this card for the deck. We're going to run 1 Prayer Plan Dragon Stepelli against super poly target, but you could use it yourself. You could use your own board to make a Prayer Plan Dragon Stepelli if you need to. And there it is. The Chimera, the Illusion Beast. One of these craziest cards in this game that I personally been sleeping on. Because I knew what it did, but once I started doing it to people, I feel like a whole menace with that thing, bro. That thing is tough. Then we're going to play 1 Magnum, the Reliever. Again, you could use it to draw a card by sending 1 Polymerization spell back into the deck. Or you could just, you know, pop a card on the field based on their activation and all that shenanigans. We're going to play 2 Guardian Chimera, because guard me, please. I need to be guarded. 3,300 attack. Big and beefy. We're gonna draw cards. We're gonna pop 2 non-targeting, which is the best part about it, and then it gets protected by the polymerization. We're gonna run 1 Chaos Angel, because again, level 4 dark monster or level 4 light monster, level 6 dark monster, fully unaffected Chaos Angel unless it spells and traps. Then we're gonna run the Evil Tsar, because you know we play multiple level 6s. I actually did make this thing one time, but if you don't want to play it or don't have URs, just switch it for something else. Switch it for an IP, I don't know, whatever else, or switch it for another copy of this thing. Because essentially you're rarely ever going to go into it, honestly speaking. We have the sheep, because again, we're going to fusion summon to where it points to, and then we're going to special summon. We have the SP to the littlest knight, and we have the rabbit. So that's pretty much it. That's the deck list. Now let me show you a reference deck list, just in case you don't like mine. There is one in the Master Duel Meta website that made it to Master 1, so I want to show that to you. Let's go. All right, familia. So this is a deck list from Jaito. I can't see that because it's on my upper screen over here, but shout out to you. This is a really good deck. If you don't like mine, I would suggest playing this one. He actually made it to Master 1 with this specific deck right here. So if you want to copy a really good deck, I think this should be it. It's pretty similar to ours. The only difference is that he's not playing all the infinite impermanences, and I think that's pretty much it. Besides that, it's pretty common, yeah, because he has 43 cards, we have 44. So I think you should copy this one. He's also playing the Beatrice, and I'm assuming he's playing Beatrice because you could send any card to the graveyard. You know, you could send a towel, you could send a trap, and then you could recycle the trap. There's a lot of different things that you could do with Beatrice. I don't think I have a copy of her, and I also just didn't want to play it. He's also playing the Moat Breaker, which is really cool. It's probably going to special summon your Fiend monster, which might be the Baphomet, and then you basically get both of the effect of the Baphomet from being special summoned. Really smart, but that's pretty much the main changes. So if you guys want a really good deck list that I would recommend over mine, it will be this one. So with that being said, I have about 6 replays for you guys. Again, if you guys enjoy the content, please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get into them replays. All right, familia, here we are for replay numero uno, number 1 of the day. Also, I forgot to say, so I did climb from Master 5 to Master 4 with this deck, and then I D-ranked. After I made it to Master 4, I basically it was just Tenpai and Yubel all over the place, and me going second. I could have won a coin toss to save my life. But here we're going to activate the Apprentice. We're going to send the Gazelle to the graveyard because I'd rather keep all of these cards here, which could have been a dumb thing, right? I probably should have sent the Effect Veiler just in case this got negated. We could have used a Super Polymerization and the Gazelle. That probably would have been a better play, but again, this is how I did things. It worked out. So we're going to activate the Cornfield, getting ourselves the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. The Mirror Knight. Special summon the Bepherman. Activate the Bepherman. We're going to get ourselves the Chimera Fusion plus another copy of the Gazelle. Activate the Chimera Fusion using the Bepherman and the Gazelle in order to go to the Chimera King Phantom Beast. Bring it out here. Don't put that thing in defense. You don't need to, but freaking Lightning Storm is crazy. So here we're going to activate all 3 effects, the Gazelle, the Bepherman, and the Chimera King Phantom Beast, which is going to reap a card. We're going to get ourselves the Diabels to the hand, and Bepherman is going to special summon the Cornfield as we activate the Chimera Fusion to the hand, activate the Polymerization, use the Phantom Beast and the copy of the Diabels to go into a copy of the Bepherman. Give me that, is mine. Again, please. Listen, I know Lightning Storm is a thing. Don't be like me. I don't know what the heck I was doing putting this thing in defense, but I did it. So here we're going to send the Tau to the graveyard, activate the Tau to special summon the Diabels. But of course, they do have the Bestial Serenir, so they're going to get her the heck out of here because they're playing spells. Really smart on them. Here we're going to hand rip them. We get rid of the Spring and Kiss. So we're playing against Branded. Now the crazy thing is that they basically went -2 here, which is really nice for us. They start with 4 cards, which they're playing a 60 card deck, and look at the surprise that they hit me with. Branded Fusion. Of course, why not, you know? So they're going to send the Dark Magician and the Fallen Novavas to the graveyard to make the Lubellion here, which of course they're going to try and fusion summon, so they're going to send a card to the graveyard. Again, I was playing 2 Effect Veilers. So we're playing it here. So here we're going to activate Effect Veiler, negate the Lubellion as we activate the Chimera Fusion. We're going to use both of these monsters here to make a Predaplant Dragon Stepelia. And the reason why I did this is because, again, the thing is negated. Now we get to follow up. They're going to special summon the Aluber, activate the Aluber, but I wanted to activate the Bephermet, getting ourselves the copy of the Diabels back onto the field. You see how smart we are? Because that way, whatever spell he's going to search, they have to set it and we can pop it. Even though I decided to do something different, as we activate the Phantom Beast, we're going to special summon the Bephermet back onto the field. And I decided to negate this. I said, you know what? If I negate this here, I prevent them from searching. They could search them, whatever, maybe the Retribution. I don't know if this thing can search it, but I just didn't want them getting anything crazy that I would pop and help them get Branded Fusion back to the hand. So I decided to negate this, get that thing out of here, special summon the Bephermet, search for follow-up as we special summon the Diabels. So now if that last card in the hand is a spell, we don't have to worry about it. As we activate the Bephermet, get a Chimera Fusion and another Gazelle to the hand. Battle phase, they don't have anything. They're gonna get rid of that. Again, put things in the attack position, bro. Don't be me, except for this one. You can put it in defense. They're gonna activate the Lubellion here, slap over our Bephermet, and then they're gonna activate the King of the Swamp, send that thing to the graveyard. We're gonna call by the grave because they're gonna get that spell, which is gonna be the Polymerization. Probably, most likely, that's what this thing searches anyways. So we're gonna negate that thing with the Call by the Grave, and we turned out really well. The funny thing is that if I would have put Diabel in attack position, they would have to slap into each other in order to get rid of her, because she would have cooked that Polymerization anyways. So here we're gonna put things in attack position, activate that Chimera Fusion, use the Gazelle and the Cornfield in order to go into a copy of the Bephermet one more time. The King of the Phantom Beast, activate his effect, activate the Gazelle, and we're going crazy, bro. I love this line right here. We're gonna get the Nightmare Apprentice. We're gonna send the Edging Chain to the graveyard for no reason. As we get the Chimera Fusion, send the Infinite Impermanence to the graveyard, special summon the Apprentice, activate the Apprentice. I'm just trying to get a bunch of illusion monsters. As I activate the Chimera Fusion, use all 3 of these monsters here to go into the Chimera, the Illusion Beast, which can attack twice. So we attack once, And now we get to diminish this thing attack to 0, attack into it again, and one more time, and then slap him with the Dragon Stapelia. That card is a menace to this one right here. This thing is a menace to society, bro. I've been hit with it, and I just felt despair every time I got hit with that thing. Because how do you just sit there, diminish my attack to 0, and just... Nah, bro, that's crazy. That card is nuts. Let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for replay numero 2, number 2 of the day. So here we're playing against the 3.14 people. If you took any math classes, you know what I'm talking about, bro. We're talking about that pie. So we open up with a decent hand. We're gonna activate the cornfield here, send it to the graveyard. We're gonna get hit with an ash. Now, we don't necessarily mind it. Luckily, the only reason why this hand isn't dead right now is because we have the gazelle that can search as a monster. Plus, we have the polymerization. If not, we would have been cooked. So here we're gonna normal summon the gazelle, even though it's a lion, to get us out the Bepherman, activate the polymerization. Somebody's gonna tell me that that's not a lion in the comment section. Watch. Either way, we're gonna go into the Phantom Beast here. Activate the gazelle, activate the Bepherman. Bepherman is gonna special summon the Kodo back onto the field. The Phantom Beast is gonna hand rip at the end of the phase. We all know this. So here we're gonna special summon the Kodo. Gazelle is gonna activate searching at the apprentice, which is really cool because we activate the apprentice, and I love, when I say I love these traps. These traps that you send them to the graveyard and they set themselves in the back. I love that. Whoever came up with that, Konami, give them a raise, even though you're not gonna do it. So apprentice send the thing to the graveyard. Now the Moran is gonna activate, set itself in the back, and the apprentice is gonna search as the copy of the Diabels. Give me that, it belongs to me. Now we got to use both of these monsters here, they're level 6s, to go into the Evil Saw Lars, because I need that. One time for the one time, that's our end phase, we hand rip him, and we gotta hit him with one of these. Because, yo, I got so lucky we actually hit a Chandra, which I was extremely happy about. Now, if you're wondering why I decided to go with this board, it's because we didn't get the Mirror Knight in the graveyard. I honestly don't really care about the targeting protection. So we went for the Evil Zard, which is a negate. We have a face flip down, and we have an Ash Blossom. Plus, if we activate this thing's effect, we can special summon a monster from the graveyard. So here they activate the Infinite Impermanence. The Evil Lars gets bodied. So they're going to activate the Sanguine Summoning here. We're going to activate the Evil Lars. Why are you doing that? You're negated. Yeah, bro, we are. But I needed to get this thing in the graveyard to activate its effect. That's all it was. So here we activate the Phantom Beast. We're going to special summon the Bepherman back onto the field. That way we could search ourselves our follow-up, right? Bring it out here, because even here I wasn't too worried. It just depends on what the heck they do. As we activate the Bepherman, get the Chimera Fusion and the Gazelle onto the hand. They normal summon the Dora, activate its effects there for the Chandra. Chandra is going to activate, special summon itself onto the field, activate the Dora. They hit a max C, doesn't matter. They're going to use both of these monsters to go into the President. Yeah, the Biden. Bring him out here, activate its effect, and he decided to special summon the Chandra. Now this lets me know one thing. You don't have the Sanguine, right? So because of this, I let this rock. He's going to activate the field spell. Now we got to ask that because he's going to get the Rengoku. And after he does die, if I let him do, yeah, it's going to be cliff for us. So we got to negate that. Now he goes battle phase. And this is where this trap comes in clutch. So when he attacks with the Biden here, we're going to target the Chandra, flip it face down. He can get rid of the Evil Zard, that's fine with us, but now he has nothing to synchro with, and he has to go home. Even though we're not too worried about this, because even the Cornfield has the effect, the Chimera cards are really cool. The Illusion ones, they have the effect that they cannot be destroyed by battle, so they're really good against Tenpai. Now the only thing is, if they make the Sanguine Transcendent Dragon, then they could pop it with that effect, but at that point in time, it depends how much damage they have left on the field, right? So let's continue. Alright gang, here we are for replay number 3 of the day. Of course, we gotta try and get you guys some going second shenanigans. I got 3 of them, but the other 2 are max C stupidity. So here they're gonna get the little soldier. They're gonna activate, send the Rogue Doe to the graveyard so they can get it to the hand. Activate the Rogue Doe, show us a Exceeds monster in the extras to special summon a level 8. Now they have 3 level 8, they're gonna use 2 of these to go into the Gimmick Puppet Fantastic Mechanics. I freaking love that thing's artwork. I'm really a fan of it, and because of that, I'm gonna Infinite Impermanence. I legitimately don't really know what it does. it just looks cool, so I'm gonna negate it. I'm an idiot, and that's how I play the game, bro. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I read. It depends, but they're gonna detach a material, special summon this, get the 2 level 8s, get a number 40 Gimmick Puppet strings, start pulling the strings, then activate that thing's effect, and they didn't do anything. Once per turn, they place 1 counter on each. Okay, that makes sense. And then they set a back row. So here we join to the Mirror Sword. Now we're going to activate the polymerization using both of these monsters to fusion summon into the Baphomet. Now the reason why I did this is because I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it might be a call by the grave, infinite impermanence. So if they do any shenanigans, we still have the 1-card combo right here with the Sword Knight. So I wasn't too worried, right? This is just bait. As we go into the Baphomet, the Phantom Beast, we're going to activate the Etching Chain blocking that as well. Etching Chain is going to search as another Frightful Patch to the work. And here we're going to send the Cornfield to the graveyard. So that way, if he tries to target me with an infinite impermanence, we have a negate for that. Normal summon the Mirror Knight, activate its effect, special summon the Baphomet. Baphomet going to activate, get myself a Gazelle and another Chimera fusion to the hand. Activate the Patchwork. We're going to... Okay, this was a mistake, by the way. I don't know what the heck this was. I wasn't trying to activate this now, but I ended up having to do it, right? So we activate both of these effects. He's gonna activate the Service Puppet Fly, and he's targeting us, and that's why we send the Kodo to the graveyard, so that way we're protected from shenanigans like this. So that way we negate and pop this, and now we're free to continue building our board. Now I know exactly what I want to do. I'm gonna use all 3 of these to go into our copy of the Garon Chimera. Guard me, please. Because we're going to have a polymerization in the graveyard. Getting ourselves the polymerization to the hand. Getting another Etching Chain. Chimera going to activate. We're going to draw 1 and pop 2. Activate the Gazelle. Activate the Baphomet. This deck, when it pops off, it pops off. I'm not going to lie. So here we're going to special summon the Master Tau onto the field. And the reason why I did this is because since we use them as fusion material, now when we use them again, we can special summon a monster from the graveyard, right? So we're going to get the Apprentice, we're going to draw 1, we're going to pop 2. I was sad that I drew into the polymerization because we could have used both of them to fusion summon with the polymerization, but it's fine because it's going to work out. Activate the Chimera Fusion, add it back to the hand, send the Chimera Fusion to the graveyard with the Apprentice, activate the Apprentice, get the Diabels to the hand, activate the polymerization, use all of these monsters, well, all both of these monsters, to go into the Baphomet, the Flying Mystical Beast, the Phantom, this thing. Long ass names. Activate the Master Tau, special summon the Mirror Sword Knight. We attack for 2,000, 3,300, 24. Oh my god, that's not lethal damage. Yeah, it is. We got a super polymerization. We legitimately use all 3 of these, which this would have been lethal damage anyways, to go into the Illusion Beast and slap him for the 3,100. Now, it's not like we went against a crazy board with a bunch of disruptions, but when this deck pops off, this deck pops off. So with that being said, let's continue. You're going to hear it, Sirens, bro. It's regular. Let's continue. All right, family. Okay, never mind. Let me just wait for the Sirens to go. It's going to happen, bros. I live in the Bronx. It's just regular. It happens all day, every day. Actually, it's gone. So here we're playing against this guy. His name is Tenpai Eyes. And honestly speaking, I hate your name, bro. Because you could have just taken out the A and the I, and this would have been tough. It would have been Tenpais. But I'm done complaining. We're going to activate the Fracture Patchwork. We're going to get the polymerization. Now, this dude was in the Duelist Cup. I did play a match or 2 in the Duelist Cup, but I honestly, I didn't want to play this deck in the Duelist Cup. It's good, but it's not good enough in my opinion. So here we're going to get hit with the Jordan Logbird. We're going to activate the Mirror Knight, send the Mirror Knight to the graveyard, especially some of the Kodo, activate the polymerization, use the polymerization to fusion with the Kodo and the Etching Chain into a copy of the Baphomet, the Mystical King Phantom Beast. Activate its effect, for no reason, because we're going to get hit with an infinite impermanence anyways. So I activate the Kodo here because, again, the targeted protection comes in clutch, but I want to do something different here. Negate and pop that thing. And now we're going to send to the graveyard a copy of the Tau. Tau is going to activate. Special summon the Mirror Knight back onto the field. Set down the Moran, the trap. Again, I'm sorry, bro. The boys are really outside today. So yeah, we have the trap. We basically have the monster negate, and we have the maxi. That's what I was thinking about. That's why I wasn't too worried. And I should have been. They're going to activate the Turtle Kaiju, getting ourselves out of here. So I'm going to activate the Mirror Knight, activating the Befferman here to special summon the Kodo back onto the field. And the main reason why I did this is because I'm assuming this might be Tenpai. That's what I was thinking. Because mainly Tenpai plays Droll and Logbird nowadays. So we're going to special summon the Befferman. And then we're going to throw out the Maxi. So here basically they got to deal with the Maxi. Befferman is going to search us out the Chimera Fusion plus the Gazelle. Here they're going to activate the Sanguine Summoning, activating its effect, getting themselves the Tenpai Dragon Pydra. They're going to send a card to the graveyard, which is the Chandra, Insanity, activate the Pydra, getting themselves a Sanguine Chimera to the hand. They're going to go activate the other Chandra that they have in the hand because why not? This deck is nuts. And they're going to go into the Biden, aka El Presidente, you know what I'm saying? Bring him out here. They're going to activate Biden's effect. Special, excuse me. This is what I'm talking about, bro. I mean, maybe he thinks that I have an Ash. This might be smart, but I'm like, why wouldn't you bring the level 3, make the level 10, and then activate your Sanguine and special summon the Chandra? You still have another copy of a Chandra in your deck. So what was the issue? Bro played really bad. So here he goes for the attack. I'm going to flip over the Bite and get that thing out of here, which is going to force him to activate the Kaiman here, which is fine with us. It's fine with us. Not really, but what are you going to do, right? They're going to special summon the Fadra here. We flip this thing like a pancake, activate the Fadra, special summon the other level 3, which is the Pydra. So here they're going to slap into the Gazelle, and then he's going to use all 3 of these monsters, bro, in the Duelist Cup. Level 17, I think it is. 16, Trident Dragon. He's going to pop 2. Activate the Stinging Summon and give the attack boost. He can attack twice, special summon the Biden. Okay, cool. What does that do? There's no spell to pop. You special summon this thing. You can't attack over that. Do all of this damage. Yeah, you know what? Maybe he didn't read. Maybe he didn't read. He doesn't know. This thing, if this card battles an opponent, neither can be destroyed by battle. So he didn't read this. He thought it was free real estate. When he destroyed this thing, he could do the 6,000 twice. Nah, bro, you just cooked yourself. Get rid of the Befferman, main phase 2, end phase. we need to be better as Yu-Gi-Oh players, bro. We need to start reading. Activate the polymerization because I read what it does. It's GG's. We gotta be better. I gotta be better too, bro. 2025, we gonna start reading. Where's the fun in that? Let's continue. Alright, here we are for replay number 5. Yeah, this is 5. And then I have another one. Unfortunately, I am rushing, so I can't do a live duel. So here we're going to send the Evenly Match to the graveyard, special summon the Apprentice, activate the Apprentice. We're going to get hit with the Ash to the Blossoms. Even though there's snow, it's still spring on their side of the field with things negate us, but that's fine. That's why we have the Kodo. That is why I really like this card at 3. We're gonna get the Mirror Knight to the hand, normal summon, activate its effect, special summon the Befferman, just so we could get hit with the maximum of C's. Which it is what it is. There's nothing you could do about it, right? We just gotta give him a +1, activate the Befferman, getting ourselves the Chimera Fusion, getting ourselves the Gazelle to the hand. We're gonna set our Backrow and our turn. So I decided to leave the board like this instead of giving them more cards, because we have the Infinite Impermanence. We can fusion summon into a Chimera if we need to, whatever else we need to, which and then if they do destroy the whole board and attack and don't kill us, we have the Evenly Match, right? That's what I was thinking. So here they normal summon the Incredible Ecclesia. The thing is incredible because he's gonna special summon an Iris, Sorcerer onto the field, send in a Backrow, activate the El Seti, which is the toy tank. Getting themselves the Astellar to the hand. Activate the toy tank to special summon. We're going to activate the Chimera Fusion here immediately. So we're going to use all 3 of these monsters to go into the Guardian Chimera. Guard me, please. I need Guardian right now, 100%. Which I knew it would trigger the Iris, right? We all knew this. It has the effect. That's why he brought it over here, because he knew that I was going to Fusion Summon. He saw me search for the Fusion spell. But I was willing to sacrifice this Chimera for the greater good. It's only here to guard me. That's all. That's what it's called, Guardian Chimera. So here we're going to activate the Gazelle, activate the Befferman. Befferman is going to special summon the Sword Knight back onto the field because it belongs to me. That's mine. Gazelle gonna get us a copy of the Kodo for follow. Chimera is gonna draw me an Ash. As we pop 2 cards, get him out of here. Of course, we lose the Chimera. Normal summon the Astellar. Send a card to the graveyard, which you're playing Floodgates for what? For what? Really, bro? Sorcerer, we're better than this. Either way, here they activate the Ash Teller. We're gonna Ash that immediately. Of course, we could have Infinite Impermanence instead, but just in case they have something else, I decided to leave it and keep the Infinite Impermanence in the hand, right? They're gonna link off into the Rabbit, which I had a feeling they would do. Activate the Rabbit's effect. No, you're not. Infinite Impermanence that. Get it out of here. Because they already normal summon. They use most of the cards in the hand. There is not a single Sorcerer card that they could have in the hand that would matter right now. And there isn't a single, well, actually, if they would have had one of the level 4s that could special summon themselves, they could have went into a level 6 and done different shenanigans. That would have been different. But at that point in time, I'm like, you went into the Rabbit, you don't have anything. It's just common sense. So let's continue. All right, familia, here we are for the last replay of the day. I did want to give you guys live gameplay, but again, I have work in like an hour and I have to rush out of here. So here we kind of break. It's going to happen here and there. But luckily, we have the super polymerization. We have the angel statue, and that might be all we need. So here we're playing against Centurion. This is White Forest Centurion, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to activate the oath here, getting the standard Centurion to the field zone, activating the stand up so they can stand on business. They're going to send that Trudea to the graveyard to set a Trudea, special summon Trudea, activate Trudea, put it in the bag, get Chimera, special summon, activate Chimera, getting themselves the wake up Centurion. This guy must have been watching the stream because we did this a lot. Special summon is regular plays. So here they're going to special summon the level 8 token. So I'm going to activate the trap because I know the only option they have is to go into a synchro monster, which is going to be the Auxilia. And we're going to negate and pop that before he searches and all that shenanigans. Of course, they do have the wake up, so they could send the phalanx and revive it if they need to. I knew that, but it is what it is. Activating triple tactic talent, which was insane to me because this thing is, it gets me mad. Because if you haven't seen the stream, we actually had a lot of fun with this thing. But basically, it's a trap and it's a monster. So because they activated this, it made the triple tactic live. But I'm like, this is a trap. Whatever, bro. So now he gets to draw 2. He gets the Rukea, send the trap to the graveyard, which is gonna be the Woe. Set the Woe in the back, getting the the El Seti. Send the Chimera to the graveyard, which is tough. I mean, the Trudea. This deck synergy is just beautiful. I freaking love this deck right now. Send the thing, get inside the Ash Teller to the hand, which they already normal summon. I activate the super polymerization. Get this thing out of here before they make the level 6. Because even if I do fusion the level 6 away or the synchro monster, then they could special summon the Raikea and still have bodies. So I'd rather do this now. They already normal summon, right? Getting ourselves the Garura to the hand. They activate the Gargoyle, send the fuel spell to the graveyard special summon, and that's all they have, right? I completely forget that they have the walls in the back, but that's all they have. We get a Gazelle to the hand, normal summon the Gazelle, activate the Gazelle. We're gonna get hit with the Ash. So we basically have nothing. Leave that alone. But we're gonna get something though, as we're gonna link both of these off into an SP, the Littlest Knight. Now I know you can't attack directly, but at this point in time I knew that I wasn't gonna win the game here by doing damage. So I decided to start dismantling the board and see if this draw was gonna be good. And just like my man Steve Butts, if you don't know, go watch the stream. It's the last video before this one. I'm conjuring my inner Steve Butts here as he activate the Woe, because Steve Butts was an opponent that I played against, and bro was the heart of the cards. And there it is. Chimera Fusion, that's all we needed. He special summons, we activate the Chimera Fusion. Now we play the game crazy, because we go full combo. Bring the Phantom Beast onto the field, the king. Activate its effect, activate the Gazelle, activate the Befferment. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. From a brick hand to just bunch of stupidity. Special summon the town to the field. Activate Gazelle, get the Kodo. We're going to activate Hand Rip later. Activate the Chimera Fusion, bring it back to the hand. Activate the Kodo, send it to the graveyard. Getting myself the Mirror Knight. And yeah, there we go. HGG's. Shout out to Steve Butts, man. If you don't know, seriously, I'm not trying to promote the stream, but go watch the stream. Honestly, that was one of the best streams I had in a while. So with that being said, let's go back to the deck list. All right, familia, so that is the video. Those are the replays. That is the deck. That is how I'm playing it or how I was playing it. Again, I honestly like this deck. The amount of synergy and the amount of card advances that you get, drawing, popping, negating, protection, all of that, really cool. My only complaint about it is that it gets stopped so easily, which is why I didn't want to play it in the Duelist Cup more than I did. I think I played 5 matches, and it was just, I wasn't climbing, but I wasn't ranking down. It was just stale. So for that reason, I decided to just, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Again, the deck is really good. If you build it, I think you build a really decent deck, but I hate the fact that sometimes it can get stopped so easily, and the fact that it's like you only have one monster in the game besides your traps, and in this current game, one monster in the game might not be enough. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the content. Again, remember to leave that like, share, comment, and subscribe. Continue having a great day, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.